If you want to know what the future of the car industry looks like, stop looking at the posters on your wall and start looking at the paparazzi photos coming out of Beverly Hills. The era of the screaming, gas-guzzling supercar is officially over. In the past, if you were a massive celebrity, you showed off by having the loudest engine on the block. You wanted people to hear you coming from 3 miles away. But today, the it factor has shifted completely. The biggest names in Hollywood aren't flexing with V12 engines anymore, they are flexing with silent torque, stainless steel, and custom-built battery packs. Welcome back to Nick's Car Review. Today, we are going behind the velvet rope to look at the top 10 electric vehicles that US celebrities are actually using as their daily drivers. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the Tesla Cybertruck. You cannot walk a single block in Hollywood without seeing one of these stainless steel triangles. It has officially become the must-have item of the year. Think of it like a high-end designer bag, but made of bulletproof metal. Kim Kardashian was one of the first to break the internet with hers, showing off a matte gray version and calling herself the cool carpool mom. But she's just the beginning. From Katy Perry's army green model to Lady Gaga using hers for basic coffee runs, the Cybertruck is everywhere. But the final boss of them all belongs to Jay-Z and Beyonce. They went with a stealthy matte black wrap that looks so clean, even Elon Musk had to give it a shout out on social media. It's loud, it's polarizing, and in 2026, it is the ultimate way for a star to stay in the headlines. But why are they driving it? It isn't just for the photos. The 2026 Cyberbeast trim is a literal monster. It packs 845 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 in just 2.6 seconds. That's faster than most Lamborghinis. With a price tag starting around $117,000, it's expensive. But for these stars, it's the best way to feel like they are driving a spaceship on the 405 freeway. It's a tank, a fashion statement, and a supercar all rolled into one. While the Cybertruck is for the celebrities who want to be the center of attention, there is another group of stars who want to be respected for their taste. This is where the Lucid Gravity comes in. If the Cybertruck is a loud shout, the Lucid is a confident whisper. In the world of Hollywood, this has become known as the intellectual flex. The biggest name attached to this brand is Timothée Chalamet. Back in late 2025, he became the face of their new Gravity SUV. But it wasn't just a paid acting gig. Chalamet has been an early adopter of Lucid's no-compromise engineering for years. When you see a Lucid sitting in a driveway in Beverly Hills, it tells the world that you have plenty of money, but you also actually understand how a battery works. It's for the celebrity who values range and smooth engineering over Twitter memes and viral videos. The numbers on this thing are actually hard to believe. The 2026 Gravity Grand Touring model offers about 450 miles of range. That is industry leading. It's got over 800 horsepower and can hit 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds. All of that in a 3-row SUV that starts around $95,000. It's the choice for the thinking man of Hollywood who wants to drive something that feels like a precision instrument rather than a piece of playground equipment. But what if you aren't a slim movie star? What if you are a 6'9" powerhouse who needs a car that matches your physical presence? That brings us to number 3, the GMC Hummer EV. This is the super truck of the celebrity world. The biggest name here is obviously LeBron James. He was the official ambassador for what GMC calls the world's first super truck. I remember seeing the video of him getting his first delivery. He was basically giggling like a kid, saying he couldn't wait to push this boy as he climbed into the massive cabin. Ashton Kutcher is another owner who uses this beast to navigate the steep hills of LA. The Hummer EV is a 9,000-pound tank. It is massive, it is heavy, and it is incredibly fast. We are talking about 1,160 horsepower and a mind-blowing 11,500 pound-feet of torque. When you put it in watts to freedom mode, which is basically a launch control for a skyscraper, it hits 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds. It's priced at over $107,000, and for the athlete elite, it's the only electric vehicle that has enough presence to make them feel at home. It's not about being subtle. It's about having the biggest, baddest toy on the road. Whether you want the brainy engineering of the Lucid or the brute force of the Hummer, the 1% are proving that you don't have to sacrifice anything when you ditch the gas pump. While some stars want to drive a spaceship or a tank, there is a certain group of old money celebrities who want their electric car to feel exactly like a car. They don't want a giant iPad on the dashboard or doors that open like wings. They want German engineering, perfect leather, and a steering wheel that feels connected to the road. This is why the Porsche Taycan has become the gold standard for the established elite. The biggest proof of this is Bill Gates. In a famous interview, the Microsoft founder confirmed that the Taycan was his first ever electric car purchase. He didn't pick a Tesla or a Lucid, he picked the Porsche because he appreciated the build quality. It's what we call stealth wealth. It doesn't scream for attention, but anyone who knows cars knows exactly how much you paid. It's for the person who wants the best performance in the world but doesn't feel the need to post about it on Instagram every 5 minutes. The 2026 Taycan Turbo GT is the absolute peak of this lineup. It is a masterpiece of speed, boasting over 1,000 horsepower. If you get the special Weissach package, this car can launch from 0 to 60 in a mind-numbing 2.2 seconds. But unlike a lot of other EVs that feel like they're simulating speed, the Porsche feels mechanical and raw. It uses an 800-volt system that charges incredibly fast, and the price tag reflects that premium experience, starting at around $230,000. It's the ultimate statement for the person who has already made it to the top and just wants to enjoy the drive. But what if your version of the top involves a weekend trip to a mountain cabin rather than a racetrack? That's where the Rivian R1S comes in. This has quickly become the go-to brand for the outdoor-size celebrity who wants to look rugged but stay comfortable. We've seen everyone from Sofia Vergara to Jay Leno praising these things. Leno even featured the R1S on his show, calling out how useful it is for actual life. It's a 7-seater SUV that manages to avoid looking like a boring minivan. It offers what designers call quiet luxury. It's built for the celebrity who wants to escape to the woods for the weekend without looking like they're trying too hard to be edgy. The 2026 quad-motor R1S is a beast in its own right, delivering over 1,000 horsepower and hitting 60 miles per hour in just 2.6 seconds. That is insane for a family-sized SUV. It also features a max pack battery that gives you 371 miles of range, meaning you can actually get to your mountain house and back without panicking. It can tow 11,000 pounds too. Starting at about $124,000, it's the perfect daily driver for the star who needs to haul the kids, the gear, and the ego all at the same time. When you have a garage full of vintage Ferraris and rare Italian supercars, you usually have to deal with a lot of noise and a lot of drama. But sometimes, a celebrity just needs to get to a business meeting on the other side of town, and they want to do it faster than anyone else on the road. This is where the Tesla Model S Plaid comes in. It has become the ultimate sleeper of the celebrity world. It looks like a normal 4-door family sedan, but it can embarrass almost any million-dollar car at a red light. Two of the biggest car guys in the world, Joe Rogan and Jay Leno, are obsessed with this car. Jay Leno actually set a world record in his Plaid, running a 9.2 second quarter mile. Rogan has talked about it constantly on his podcast, describing the acceleration as feeling like a video game. The 2026 Model S Plaid is still the king of the mountain when it comes to raw speed. It has over 1,000 peak horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 1.99 seconds. Think about that. In the time it takes you to take a single breath, this car is already doing 60 miles per hour. It has a top speed of 200 miles per hour and still gets over 360 miles of range. For a price of around $101,000, it's the cheapest way for a celebrity to own the fastest car in the neighborhood. It's for the star who doesn't want to show off with a flashy body kit, but wants to know they can outrun anything else on 4 wheels. On the complete opposite side of the style spectrum, we have the Audi RS e-tron GT. If the Tesla is a sleeper, the Audi is a supermodel. This car is forever linked to the Marvel Cinematic Universe because of one man, Robert Downey Jr. His character, Tony Stark, drove the e-tron GT in the Avengers movies, and RDJ has been a massive supporter of the brand in real life ever since. Even tough guy actors like Tom Hardy have been spotted behind the wheel. They choose the Audi because of its aggressive, low-slung design. It looks like a designer suit, it fits perfectly, and looks better in paparazzi photos than almost anything else on this list. The 2026 RS e-tron GT Performance is actually Audi's most powerful production car ever. It pumps out 912 horsepower and can hit 60 miles per hour in just 2.4 seconds. It starts at about $170,000, which is a big jump over the Tesla, but you're paying for that legendary Audi interior and a look that screams movie star. It's the perfect blend of Hollywood history and future tech. Whether you want the invisible speed of the Plaid or the Iron Man style of the Audi, these cars prove that EVs have officially taken over the fast lane. We've seen the trucks and the super sedans, but what about the celebrities who want something that nobody else in the world has? At number 8, we have the car that officially put Cadillac back on the map, the Celestiq. This isn't just a car, it's a $400,000 hand-built masterpiece. The biggest name linked to this car is Kris Jenner, the momager of the Kardashian empire. The Celestiq is fully bespoke, which is a fancy word for custom made. You can choose everything down to the specific stitching and the exact shade of paint. It's for the celebrity who doesn't want to see another version of their car at the valet stand. It is the final boss of American luxury. With 655 horsepower and a price tag north of $340,000 before you even start customizing it, it's the ultimate way to tell the world you've truly arrived. But some celebrities don't want the newest gadget. They want to keep their favorite classic cars while still being sustainable. This is where Robert Downey Jr. really shines. He started a project called Dream Cars, where he takes vintage beauties like a 1965 Chevrolet Corvette and converts them into full EVs. He even used custom mushroom-based leather for the interior to keep it eco-friendly. He also did this with a 1972 K10 pickup truck. This is the ultimate flex. It shows that you have enough money and taste to take a piece of history and Iron Man it into the future. It's cool, it's quiet, and it's completely unique. It proves that you can care about the planet without giving up your love for classic style. Finally, we have to talk about the car that started the whole celebrity EV craze, the Tesla Model X. Even though it's been around for a while, those falcon wing doors are still the #1 target for paparazzi cameras. It's the definitive carpool mom car for stars like Gwen Stefani, Jennifer Garner, and Blake Lively. It's the most practical car on this list because it actually fits the kids, the groceries, and the security detail, all while looking like something out of a sci-fi movie. The 2026 Model X Plaid still packs over 1,000 horsepower, meaning you can drop the kids off at school and then beat a Ferrari in a drag race on the way home. The celebrity garage has changed forever. Whether it's Jay-Z's matte black Cybertruck or Timothée Chalamet's silent Lucid, the A-list has officially gone electric. They aren't just doing it to be green, they're doing it because these are the fastest, quietest, and most high-tech machines ever built. My final verdict: if you want to make a statement, get the Cybertruck. If you want respect for your taste, go with the Lucid or the Porsche. Thanks for hanging out at Nick's Car Review. If you had celebrity money, which of these 10 would you put in your driveway? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.